Thanks, Matt. The Syracuse City School District is dealing with a string of violent incidents in the last week, including an assault on the vice principal of Delaware Academy by a 10-year-old girl Thursday. The first incident happened last Friday when a mother and daughter came into Nottingham High School with a knife, intending to fight another student. On Tuesday, a second grader brought an unloaded handgun to Brighton McKinley Elementary School, and then the next day, a 14-year-old brought a BB gun into Grant Middle School. Cazenovia High School and Middle School were locked down for several hours Friday after students reported seeing bullets in a school hallway. Police and K-9 units were called in to investigate. The team searched for 3 hours but found nothing, and the lockdown was lifted. Some parents complained that it took the school 2 hours to notify them about what was happening. The young girl who was raped by David Renz is suing the federal government for $110 million. The suit says the U.S. Probation Office failed to follow policies for monitoring a criminal defendant released with an electronic ankle bracelet in the months before the attack a year ago, allowing Renz to escape, rape the little girl, and murder Lori Bresnahan. Renz pled guilty in state court to murder and rape in the attack and is awaiting sentencing. We're learning new information about a massive fire in Troy just outside Albany. Firefighters say when they arrived at the home on 5th Avenue, they found a pregnant woman dead in a rear apartment. Family members identified the victim as 19-year-old Vanessa Milligan. Investigators say the fire started just after 11 o'clock Thursday night and spread to a neighboring building before firefighters could control the blaze Friday morning. Police call the fire suspicious, and the cause is still under investigation. Well, a local radio station is in the national spotlight. B104.7 has been named the best medium-sized market country station in America. The Academy of Country Music Awards gave the honor to the local station, which has been one of the top radio stations here in Central New York for a long time. The station has been nominated for the award 10 times, but this is the first year it won. Longtime B104.7 morning hosts Becky Palmer and Tom Owens attribute the award to the local love of country music.
It reaches out, it gravitates, it really touches something with the listener and people that live in Central New York, so that we're proud of that.
You can watch the Academy of Country Music Awards tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on our sister station, CBS 5. Just before 9:05, CNY Central is covering news across America this morning. By piecing together witness statements at a 2-block crime scene, investigators are zeroing in on the Fort Hood shooter's motives. Officials believe Ivan Lopez's attack was not premeditated and that he picked his targets at random.
We do have credible information he was involved in a verbal altercation with soldiers from his unit just prior to him allegedly opening fire.
Lopez's family released a statement saying the deaths of his mother and grandfather, as well as a base change, contributed to his already troubled mental state. A memorial service for those killed will be held next Wednesday. Authorities say 4 people have died after being retrieved from a car submerged in a creek in Queens last night. Emergency responders were called to the scene just after 10:30 last night. The car was completely submerged in about 8 feet of water. 4 passengers were removed and taken to a local hospital where they later died. A 5th person, identified as the driver, was able to get himself out of the car and is said to be in stable condition. It's not clear how the vehicle got in the water. It's been 2 weeks since a massive mudslide buried an entire neighborhood in the Washington town of Oso. As the recovery effort continues, residents in the small riverfront community are trying to stay strong. Last night, hundreds gathered for an interdenominational prayer service at a middle school gym to honor victims, families, and first responders affected by the landslide. The death toll stands at 30, with 28 of the victims now identified. Tyson Foods is recalling more than 75,000 pounds of chicken nuggets that may be contaminated. The U.S. Department of Agriculture announced Friday that Tyson Foods is recalling frozen, fully cooked chicken nugget products that may be contaminated by extraneous materials. The problem was discovered after some consumers complained about finding small pieces of plastic in the items. Well, we're just getting started here on Weekend Today in Central New York. Let's take a quick look at your forecast. I know we're monitoring some rain showers, some snow flurries in and out of Central New York. Gotta love spring in Syracuse.
That's right.